Hello. Welcome back to My Personal Hell, Part 2. Donald Trump attempted assassination. Again. Today, Donald Trump was chilling out at his Mar-a-Lago golfing resort, and apparently some fucking nutjob attempted to, shoot at him. Another Trump shooting, and thankfully he is alright, no politician is dead, and thank God for Laura Loomer, because she still has her butt buddy. I'm very happy for both of them. Another assassination attempt. What has this country come to? Most people want to point fingers at each other, saying that the other side's rhetoric is getting too dangerous, when the simple fact of the matter is that both sides' rhetoric is getting maybe a little too fucking spicy these days. The right's going after the migrants, for eating the cats and dogs, calling everybody a fucking communist, and they're even calling him a Nazi too. And you also have leftists, saying that the country's going to turn into a fascist dictatorship if Trump gets into the office, when, I'm going to be honest with you, Donald Trump is too fucking retarded to turn this country into a fascist dictatorship, so I think we'll be alright. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is getting pretty fucking old. We're shooting politicians now. Do you remember when politicians were, being shot at? Do you remember when politicians were actually shot? And do you remember when both Democrats and Republicans denounced it? Perfect example. Ronald Reagan got shot. Both Democrats and Republicans went, okay guys, we gotta chill the fuck out here. And in this situation, both sides need to contribute to the conversation. If you want liberals to turn down the rhetoric, then tell conservatives to turn down the rhetoric also. It isn't a one-way street. We're not just gonna fucking go, oh fuck, these guys told us to chill out with our rhetoric, so, we might as well just let them continue to talk about how fucking dogs and cats are getting eaten. Or continue to have them talk about how Kamala Harris is a Marxist that wants to destroy the country. After we said that Biden was gonna destroy the country with communism, after we said that Obama was gonna destroy the country with communism. It's the same old story. The problem is now we are reaping the consequences of that dangerous rhetoric. And I want to remind the liberals here pretty soon who are talking about how, I'll be honest, I'm making light of the situation too, but are actively celebrating that Donald Trump was getting shot at. The simple fact of the matter is it's all fun and games until your candidate gets shot at. That's just me being fair. I'm fine with people, making fun of this situation, but to actively, celebrate in glee that Donald Trump was getting shot at, I'm sorry, that's a little, bad taste in my mouth. You can make fun of the situation, but as soon as you start celebrating it and encouraging it, I find that a little fucking sus. Really uncomfortable. But I'm talking to conservatives about this situation, on X, and I'm also talking to them in, the real world. And the main thing that I'm collecting from these conversations is, oh, well, it's just the left is spewing the hateful rhetoric, saying that Donald Trump is a Nazi, he's a fascist. And I don't think that's a fair assessment. I do believe that conservatives have contributed to the toxic rhetoric of this country ever since Donald Trump came into the office. You have to be honest with me when you say this. Donald Trump is the most divisive president that we've ever had. That is a simple fact of the matter. It's how he conducts himself. It's how he acted in the White House. It's what he says on a day-to-day basis. Hell, it's what he said on the fucking debate stage.
What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
And I'm sorry, if you spew that hateful rhetoric and piss people off, I'm sorry. Don't come crying to me when people start fucking shooting at you. And then come to me and tell me, oh, we'll turn down the rhetoric. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do that if you guys aren't gonna do the same. Hell, I'm reading on Twitter all goddamn day about how conservatives are just, talking about how the left just needs to calm down with their rhetoric. Because literally last week, at the time of recording this, we were all talking to conservatives about how minorities are eating cats and dogs in Springfield. And you don't think that's dangerous rhetoric? There's also another thing that's being said, which is just made me giggle a little bit. It was the Secret Service is compromised. The Secret Service is not compromised. The shooter made a good fucking guess. Apparently, Donald Trump was golfing at the time, and, this shooter came up, and, he was gonna try to kill Donald Trump, and the Secret Service shot him down. But everybody on Twitter is now saying, oh, the Secret Service is compromised, because how could he have known? Wow, crazy. The guy who plays golf is playing golf. Fucking insane. What next? Is the Secret Service going to be compromised because we found him at a rally? And also, I have to say, a couple of days after Donald Trump says he hated Taylor Swift, then gets shot, I'm sorry, but these Swifties are getting fucking out of hand, okay? I'm just gonna say it. As a country, we all need to unify and say that these Swifties are fucking up our institutions. They're literally assassinating our public officials just because they didn't like Taylor Swift. Come on now. This is fucking bullshit. I also want to bring attention to this random news story that came out of the fucking blue. It is the Laura Loomer story. Apparently, Donald Trump has been getting very interested in this Laura Loomer person. So if you don't know, Laura Loomer is a far-right troll, I guess. She does take the shit that she says seriously, but she's a far-right conservative troll on Twitter and got really close to Donald Trump in the past couple of days. And I was watching some interesting videos about it, and, the question was sprung up of, so what if Donald Trump divorces his wife and is dating somebody while he's in the presidency? That'll be really fucking funny. You think the Bill Clinton shit was a scandal? Oh, just you fucking wait. I think that's pretty much it for today. It's just, man, this political cycle is a very interesting one. Just mainly for the fact that, we're seeing a lot more division, hate, and very divisive rhetoric being thrown across the aisle more recently and now more than ever, because in my entire life I have never seen such a high temperature climate. It isn't every day that you that you see stuff like January 6th. It isn't every day that you see a assassination attempt on a public official. And you most certainly don't see every single day the hateful rhetoric that conservatives spew. And then conservatives coming back to the table and saying, oh, well, the left isn't allowed to spew hateful rhetoric because it's getting our politicians shot. It's just a little ass backwards to me, because it's not really fair to say that the left has to be responsible with what they say, but the right has full reign to say whatever the hell they want. The right can, say, oh, well, the 2020 election was rigged. They can say that they're eating dogs and cats in Springfield. They can say whatever the hell they want. They can call Kamala Harris a communist. They can question Obama's citizen status. And they can just spew any amount of lies about immigration, about abortion, or whatever topic that they want to, and everybody just seems to think that, oh, well, they're immune to that, but the left, we catch them lying, they're fucked. Stay safe out there, guys. It is getting more and more dangerous out there, and that's just not me spreading fear. I do frankly believe that the political landscape is getting a little more dangerous. And not saying that that's only because of Donald Trump. It's just the world that we live in now. For any of my fans, I don't know what to call you guys. If you guys are just passerbys or fans, if any of you are doing canvassing events, be careful. Stay safe. Rather if you're on the left or the right, because there's insane people everywhere. and it seems like you are putting a target on your back by saying what your political affiliation is. So, for any of my canvassing friends out there, be careful and stay safe. Love every single one of you. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.